Welcome to the recording for the citations assignment. And you'll see this the citations assignment is in the copyright law unit. In the citations assignment, this is practice in citing, which is C-I-T-I-N-G, citing sources. And the idea here is that anything you find on the internet, anything you use that belongs to somebody else, you need to cite it. Give them credit for it. So that's what we're going to do. So if you take a look at here, first you're going to pick a topic that interests you. So it could be like bike riding, skateboarding, fashion, music, actors and actresses, whatever it happens to be. You're going to do a search and find 4 photos that go with your topic. You're going to save all of them to your Unit 3 Images folder. You're going to resize them so they're no wider than 300 pixels. Then you're going to copy the addresses from all of them so you have all the citation information. Then you're going to get into NVU and you're going to make a table in NVU and do a bunch of stuff with the table. Then put images in the cells, caption under each images, and the citations under the table. Now this is going to take, we're going to be using Microsoft Office or another word processing program. We're going to use Paint or a similar program and NVU. So here's how you're going to start. So the first thing is finding your topic, right? So I'm going to go to a search in Google, and here I did a search, you can see, on the word lions, and it was an image search, and lions is my topic. I'm going to choose this guy. So I click on it once, and if you look at the top, this is the Google search URL. This isn't the URL of where this picture lives. I need to click to get to where the picture lives, where it is online. Here's where it is online. So now what I do, I right click, copy the image, then I go into a word processor and I hit Control V and that pastes. There's the picture. Now I have to go back to that search, and right up here, this is where the picture lives. See that URL? So I right click, copy, go back to my word processor, right underneath that, Control V. And you can see that I've done this for 4 pictures. I did some earlier just so I'd have them. So I've done that for all 4 of these pictures. So once I've done that, then I'd probably save this as sample images. So I'm going to do File, Save As. Now, not that you need to save it, but you don't want to lose it, right? So let me go up here to Desktop. So I'm going to just save it into my Unit 3 folder. It's not going to mess up anything. So I'm going to save it to my Unit 3 folder, and I'm just going to call this Lion Images, just so I have that file. I don't want to lose it. So I save it to that. Okay, now I have all my images. So if I go back to the assignment, it says search your image. Okay, now instead of saving them, now what I could have done, if I was right here, I could have right click, save link as. And then I could save it into my folder and all that. And the one thing, when you save these, see the name it gives it? That's really confusing. So I want to give it I'll just call it Lion King, a name I would remember, right? But I could save it into my correct folder doing it that way if I wanted to. But I prefer to go ahead and put it in that word processing document, because now I can do some work with it. Because the next step to this is I have to resize these pictures. So watch how I do that. And actually I do need to save these first. So now that I have them all here, then I can save them all at the same time. So I'm going to save as picture, go to my desktop, so I'm going to navigate to my folder, Unit 3, Images, and that one I already called Lion King. I'm just going to rename it. I'm going to rename it So it's called Lion King. I don't put JPEG on it. It'll do it automatically because it says right here. So I don't put any of that. So that's called Lion King. Save. So that one's saved. Now these others. So this one, I'm going to right click, save as picture, go back to my desktop. So I'm saving these 3 pictures, or these 4 pictures. And that one I called Lioness and Cubs. So I have these things, I have all these saved. And this is my older one right here. Actually, this is the new one right here. See when I hover over it, see the dimensions of this? 2048 times 2048, that's too big. So I'm going to have to resize it, but I'm going to get rid of this one because I want to show you how to resize these things. And this one, let me hover over. That one's 6 by 450, that's too big. This one is 6 by 470, that's too big. This one right here is 6 by 409, those are too big. So I'm going to fix all these. So I'm just going to go ahead. Well, that was the lioness and cub one, so that was one. Okay, so I have all of those saved. So, but I want to leave my word processing file open because I'm going to use these URLs later. So I have them all saved. So what we've done in this assignment, if I go back to web design, we've done these things right here. Now we need to resize. Best way to resize, the easiest way, is I'm going to go into accessories. I'm going to go to paint. Here's paint. Now check this out. File, open. I'm going to open up the Lion King picture first. Here, look, see, it's much too big, isn't it? So now I go up here to hit resize, and I see, I want to do it by pixels. I see it's 2048 pixels. The horizontal and vertical sizes are the same. So I'm going to change this one to 300, and then it changes the other one automatically. So now I've resized that to where it's usable. Then I'll do File, Save As, JPEG, and I'm saving it right to that same place. Save. So that one's done. So now I'm going to do my other one. So File, Open. Now I'm going to do the Lion King 3 picture. So that makes me get, there's Lion King 3 picture. This one's too big. So resize, pixels, and I want to change this to 300, and it changes vertical automatically. Then I'll hit OK. So now this one, File, Save, and it saves it automatically for me. Now I'm going to do my next one. So File, Open. Let me go to the Lioness and Cubs. Here she is. Then I will resize, pixels. This one's going to be 300, and it automatically does the vertical. Then hit OK. And then I'll just do File, Save. It saves it automatically. Now my last one. So last one, I'm going to open the Lion Running Water. Here's this one is open. Then I want to resize this to pixels, 300, and automatically does vertical. Then I hit OK, and then I save it. So I'm done with Paint program. So I've fixed all of those pictures. So now they're going to work great in my website. So now I've done all of these. So now I'm going to put the images in. So now I'm going to skip here and I'm going to make my table. So here I am at NVU, and it says 2 column, 3 row. So table, insert, table, 2 column, 3 rows. I click that, there's my table. Now the first thing it says back in the directions is to call span the top 2 cells and put your title. I'll show you what that means. So I'm right here, I click, and see how I highlighted both of those cells up here? Then I just right click on one of them and I join those cells. So see, now they're all one cell. That's going to be Mr. H's Lion Images. And I can highlight this, and I can center it. I can even change the size of the type. I can change the color if I want. So Lots of different things I can do with this information. It's like whatever I want to do with this. Okay, now I'm ready to start putting my other lions in. So here I am, I'm linked in this cell. This is really important, so pay attention to this. So I'm going to insert an image. Now I have to go choose the file. So I'm going to choose this Lion King one, open. And now I have to do the alt text too. So I'm just going to say male lion face. So that's in case anybody hovers over it, then they'll see what that is. So the alternate text. Now I can't do URL yet because I haven't saved this program, but I'll do OK. There it is. Now I'll do File, Save As. Now I'm saving my HTML. And this is going to be Mr. H's Lion Pics. This is just going to be the title it shows at the top of the screen. Now I'm going to actually save it on my desktop. So I'm going to save it to the Insight folder, Unit 3 folder. And this is called Citations is the name. I don't have to put HTML at the end of it, it'll automatically put it. So I'm calling this Citations. Then I'll hit, so it's just the word Citation, save. So that's saved. So now watch this. I can double click on that picture because I know I want to do URL as relative. I need to make sure I do that. URL is relative to page location. Okay, so I have to do that on every picture. So now I just hit Control S after I made that change. Now the other thing I need to do, I'm clicking right outside this picture, hit enter. I need to put the URL. So I'll go back to here. There's the URL. Control C to copy. Back to NVU, I'm right below that picture. Control V to paste. That centered it, and we'll fix that in a minute. I need to go over here to the right to my other cell, and it's really hard to see. But I'm clicked in the other cell over here. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm clicked in the other cell. So I'm going to go ahead and insert there. So insert image. I'm going to go choose my other file. There's my Lion King 3 picture. Now this automatically shows URL because I've saved the page previously. This is going to be Lion King image, whatever I want to say, call it. I'll hit OK, and that picture shows up. I click, so I'm down below it, and I'll go back to here, find the right URL for it, Control C to copy, go back to NVU, Control V to paste, and that put it in for me. Now the other thing I need to do, I'm going to highlight the whole table, and I hit the center command up here, and you can see how it's centered everything. There's everything's to the left, there's everything's to the center. So now you can see what I've done with this. I have the lion picture, URL, lion picture, URL. And actually the way this is supposed to go, I guess I missed this a little bit. URLs actually go down below here. So let me fix this. So actually the URLs are going to go down below. And actually right up here is just going to go the caption. That's going to be lion's headshot. That's just going to be a caption we're going to have. And this one, that's going to be male lion sitting. So we have captions we put. So the captions we put, and then the URLs go down below to show where they're from. So I'll go ahead and do the other couple quickly here. So I'm clicking in the cell, then I'm going to insert an image, choose file. This is going to be lioness and cubs. So the alt text is going to be lioness and cubs. It already does URL. Hit OK. There's lioness and cubs, and then I can scroll down. Lioness and cubs is the caption. Then if I, whoops, need to fix my spelling. And down below here, I right click, and now I need to go back to my Word document. And lioness and cubs picture is right here. That's where it came from. Go back to NVU. And that's all centering. I just need to make sure it goes to the left. So now I have those, and then now I have a fourth one, right? So I'll click in this cell over here, then I'll do insert an image, choose file. That's going to be lion running on water, or lion running in water. So that's the alt text. URL is relative is already there. So I hit OK. There's the lion running. Enter, get under it. Lion running in water for the information underneath it. I have to go get the URL. So find the URL right here. And that went to the center, so I just need to make sure all these things go to the left so they all look nice. If I was doing the right way to do this would be that I would put, like right here at the beginning, it would say picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, picture 4. But this is okay for what we're doing here. So now you can see, I want to do file, save. So I save it. And the last thing I want to do is I want to open up a browser window. Oh, actually, I need to center all of these images, right? Center them within the cells. So I do all that, center, and now they're centered within the cells, and I can see that my tables are off a little bit, so I can just drag this. So I want these to be all the same. So you can see at the top up here, 510 pixels wide. This is 512 pixels wide. This is 510 wide. So now you can see that my table looks pretty good, doesn't it? So I just do file, save, and then I can go to a blank browser window. So here I'm going to try to find the picture to open. I have to go to Internet Explorer. Let's see. So what I've done now, you can see, is that I've opened my page. This isn't in VU, this is my page in Internet Explorer. You can see that the title is there, all the lion pictures are nice, and if I scroll down, I see the URLs that I used. So this is what yours will look like. You have a different topic, of course, so if I go back to the assignment, we've done all of this. Now I did not use CSS. Don't worry about CSS. Center the title, put the images, I put captions under each image, and I did 4 citations. So yours will end up looking very similar to this with your own 4 images. and the proper information underneath each picture, and the links to where the pictures came from. So that's what yours will look like. So that is this assignment, and that's how you get full credit for this assignment, doing those steps. All right, thank you everybody. I look forward to your work coming in. And as you notice, this took about 20 minutes to do. So with you gathering your images, this might take you a half an hour or 45 minutes. Thank you. Bye.